Welcome to day 25 of the Tacoma build-up project. Boy, are we cutting this close to that 30-day goal.
Brought to you in part by Alpine Toyota, Martech Engineering, and in part by...
I've got some news. Remember yesterday how I took the rear end out because I was expecting the diff setup kit to come today? It's not coming today. According to tracking, it's now coming tomorrow. So that's great. But our wrap is supposed to show up today. And yeah, that's right. We're gonna wrap this thing. I haven't wrapped anything ever before, but that's kind of the whole point of this Tacoma buildup. I've never dealt with 1-tons before, or 40s, or even a truck this big of a platform and new. It's all a learning curve, and so will the wrap. I think today the goal is to handle rock sliders. Ruff Specialties actually sent us their do-it-yourself rock slider kit. Doesn't require a bender, doesn't require any fancy tools. As long as you got a welder, you can do it. And to help with that, we actually have our friends from Little Man Cave on the Prairie because they wanted to help contribute a bit of work to, well, this awesome project. Even though this rough stuff kit didn't come with any sort of instructions, I've laid it out, and what I've learned is this kit is really nice and pretty straightforward. So the kit comes with these pieces, so your angles are dialed right off the bat, and they actually go over the ends here. I will need to cut the end of these tubes at a 45 so that this piece will work. They have these plates, which are the bottom side to actually enclose the end. And those together look like this. And to separate the tubes through the middle are these plates here. I've got this one mocked up with zip ties, kind of holding the tubes together, but these are these plates. And then connecting to the frame, they give you these little L brackets here that you would weld around the bottom and around the top. And this little hole here is for these tubes. That would then connect to the slider on this side and then the frame on this side. Couldn't be any easier. Start off by figuring out my angle of the dangle here. So I got these guys all spaced out here, and now Rob is going to take over and burn them together while I move on to the other slider.
I like that, you can just get it and there's no bending, no nothing, just tack it together, burn it in, off you go to the races, right?
Anybody can put this kit together if you got like a basic welder. It's so easy. Almost zero fabrication skills required. Alright, so we got 2 welders going, and we ended up burning all these together over the past couple hours, and now it's time to do some grinding. Because, grinder and paint makes you the welder you ain't. Alright, now it's time for the fun game of kind of trying to support them here and figuring out how or where all the mounts are going to lie and how we want the rock sliders themselves to sit at the end of the day. So we just got some blocks of wood because that's all I've really got here. Laid them out, and now we'll throw the slider up and just kind of play with its positioning until we're happy.
Yeah, that's pretty bang on.
Yeah, right? And it lines up with the fiberglass too. Alright, so we got the rock slider pretty well where we want it to land. Now we're just chopping these guys up because they need to be 10 inches so that the rock sliders can land where we want them to be. This kit is made to be super universal for a variety of vehicles, so they come super long, and yeah, we're using about half of what they give you. So we got the mounts just tacked on the frame. You can see 1, 2, 3, and up there's 4. And the reason we just have them tacked is so we can get these bars in here, tack those on, and then break these tacks, pull the whole sliders out, burn it all together outside of the truck, paint most of it outside of the truck, then put it back in, put it back where these tacks are, and final weld. Alright, so we did pretty much as much welding as we can on this slider while it's off the truck. So before we put it back in, I'm actually going to put a coat of this European texture coating on it. Alright, so the sliders are all welded up outside of the truck. They're painted. How about we throw it in? Check it out! We got rock sliders. They're welded on both sides, and it totally only took all day. That being said, I do highly recommend this kit from Ruff Stuff. These DIY rock sliders are awesome. They go together real easy. The frame mounts are awesome. It's made to work on a ton of vehicles. Usually you would cut them to the length you would need, but in this case, I needed every bit of length because this truck is so freaking long. Anyways, guys, that about wraps up today's episode. Do me a huge favor, hit that thumbs up button, and hey, make sure you subscribe, because we're uploading daily till this truck is done. You know the drill. See you tomorrow. Peace.